Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Has been a while since I've made one. Had a few things going on. But today, if you read the title, this is a tutorial on how to build your first rocket in the Kerbal Space Program. How to fly it to the moon in part 2. And in part 3, we'll be landing it on the moon. So we'll start off straight away with building our rockets. Now, I'll start off by loading a ship. I think it's this one. Yes. This is the Kerbal X. It comes with the game. It is capable of actually getting to the moon, just like this. So we're going to be building something quite similar to this. I like the sort of design of it, so yeah. Except this one will have a smaller pod. So yeah. Now first of all, I'll be showing you some of the most basic sort of things in the game. Pretty much. So we'll just get a Mark 1 to 2 pod cockpit due to its a Mark 1 on the top and Mark 2 on the bottom. So we'll get our parachute. This one's probably the most powerful one, I think. The only mod I have in, by the way, is MechJeb. So that will be just sort of further on if we need it. And I recommend getting that right now if you're sort of beginner, until you sort of learn by it on how to actually use it. So we'll be building a very basic rocket here to show you some of the different things you could do in Kerbal Space Program. So right here we'll get this one, which is a RCS fuel tank, a large one, and we'll be getting some mainsail. Now, which one? 3 fins is better than 2. Remember that. Now, we've just built a very basic rocket. I should stop this from squeaking. No, I like it. This is staging, so if you over here, then you have to go over here to muck it up. So normally it should come right, but it came like this for us. So what we're going to do is click a plus button and drag whichever thing we want first. So you touch the part, you'll see it lights up here. You touch the parachute, it lights there. So we'll just take this up a bit. Now you see when you press the T button, it engages this, which stabilizes your craft automatically. The bigger the ship, the less it works though. So this will be going quite fast. So then to activate your engines, you press the space button, which will then use your staging. If I press the space again, it will activate stage 0, which is the parachute. So if I press T, it should start to... Oh no. Don't fire the parachutes before you start going down, by the way. I hope they survive. I really hope they survive. So I'm just pressing T there to stabilize it. Now I've done this a lot before with rockets. See, they do that. Whoa, that's glitchy. But rocket parts actually tend to bounce, sort of, like these are doing right here on the air for some reason. So if you go up here, you click the recover vessel button, and if you are playing in a career mode world, it will automatically, like, you'll get your science from that mission, your parts, refunds, and your crew back. So now that was a very basic rocket design. Now I'll be making a actual rocket that will be able to get into orbit. I think the game does come with a few, but if you are new, you might want to copy this. So this here is a small RCS tank. Then you put that in with a FLT 200 right there. This is sort of your basic design about your engines and things. Now you want these. These are thruster blocks. These act sort of as your maneuvering, so you can spin and stuff with your rocket without having to do much. You can just use the WASD and the QE buttons to control your vessel, so you can turn it around and stuff. I'm putting 3 landing gear here. So yeah, see this thing here, if you tap it, left click it, it'll change the amount it places the parts. Or the shortcut for that is X. So yeah, if you hold down shift when you're doing it, it'll go backwards. And this here is angle snap. You press C, and that means like when it's off you can place it anywhere, but when it's on it will like sort of snap it into place. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. We'll get a LV909 liquid engine. We'll be getting a decoupler. Now what these do, we'll stack the couplers. They pretty much take the decoupler with it and shoot this upwards, and this stays on the bottom parts. If you use a stack separator though, one of these, it will sort of stay in the middle and shoot the up and the bottom off, sort of. So it's like double the effect, sort of. So now what we're going to do is get a LVT 800, 2 of them. That should be about as powerful as we need it. We'll get a LVT 45, put that on the bottom, and now we are going to get another stacked decoupler. These are pretty much the ones you want to use. They're a lot lighter and they're a lot simpler to use. So yeah, how am I going? 7 minutes. So now I'm going to introduce you to the multiple types of engines. So these are liquid fuel tanks, and this, well, pretty much all of them are liquid. All of this page, except for this one, are liquid boosters. So now what we're going to do is, if you are using 24.2 or the 0.23.5, I think, you should have the NASA pack. So I'm just going to place this here. That's a bit too much, isn't it? Yeah, that's way too much. So if you have a look at your parts, second page, should see there's a Rockermax back solid fuel booster. I'm going to place them. We're going to get 3 symmetry on. That's what that thing down when you press X is called. This one, symmetry mode. It has a little pop-up thing. And this is angle snap, center of lift, center of thrust, and center of mass. So we click all of these on, except for the lift. We don't need that. It will tell you where your center of thrust propulsion is. Now it doesn't actually matter that much unless if you have Ferrum Aerospace, which is a mod. I'll teach you about them. I'll tell you about them right now, actually. So what a mod is pretty much it. When you download it, you put it into your game's files, and then it will modify, hence the name mod. It will modify the contents of the game, adding things to it, such as this MechJeb mod. It adds this and this, which are pretty much the different types of pods that will control your ship. And this one's super creepy. It's got an eye. You look at it, it'll follow you. It's weird. So I think this should be our rocket, actually. So now every time, if you just change your staging while you've launched your rocket, then it won't save it when you get back in here. So you want to, I'm going to name it something by clicking on here, deleting the untitled vessel stuff, untitled spacecraft. Now what you want to do is call it whatever you want. So this will be training ship. So save that. You put this like floppy disk, and then if we have a look at the staging, you can tell because this has a different symbol to the liquid engines. These are solid boosters, so fire them. And a decoupler will have its own one of these, a side decoupler or radial decoupler, which are these ones, and these ones. This one being the most powerful, and so on. So they will decouple it off the side, pushing it away and sticking onto it, sort of. So that will come off, and then you can keep going. So, like, if I wanted to, I could do it now, but I'm not going to. So, actually, I might. I'll demonstrate it. So these are my favourite types, pretty much. So you'll put them there. So now I'm going to fire these 3 boosters, then decouple them with these flip to the side thing, and then I'll fire this one while I decouple them, which I'll then decouple the boosters. It's getting hard to say decouple. Fire that one, decouple, and fire this one, which will then parachute down to the ground. And I'll save that and launch. So this rocket hopefully will be able to get into an orbit. And I did recommend to get MechJeb. So we'll do this first launch without it. You want to make sure you don't use too much MechJeb. You'll get like stuck on it and you can't get off of it. Okay, this is awfully loud. I've got to try and talk normally, but it's really loud in my ears. So I might start talking up a bit. So you see here, you got your fuel, which is slowly running out, solid fuel. And that's how you can also tell. It'll also probably say it in the description. Because when you're selecting a part, you right click it, and it'll show you all the information about it. So, yeah. So while this is going up, it should take a few seconds to get up out of these boosters. Boosters aren't really that efficient, by the way. They're only sort of good for the first or second stage. After that, they're not really that good. So you see we decoupled them off the sides, and now we're going up with this one. So as you press R in mid-flight, you'll see like when you try and turn with the WASD keys or the Q and R or the Q and E keys, they will rotate, but probably don't want to do that. But you'll see it will shoot out a little gas sort of thing, which is supposed to be your monopropellant, which is like a singular propellant due to mono, and then it's sort of like it's hard to explain. They use it on the space shuttle, I know that. So when you get up to 10 to 15 kilometers, I was distracted there, so I didn't turn at the right time. So you want to just press D, and that will turn you towards the 90-degree mark. And you just want to, when you're about 20, you want to be at around the 45 degrees. I'm sort of turning over there right now. If you press the M key, it will take you to the map view. So if I just turn off the SAS, turn it back on with the T button. If you press M, and then if you look down here, you'll see this arrow. You click it, and then it will come up with the thing. So once this gets to 70 kilometers plus, 70 is like the bare minimum. You might want it to be about 80. So I'll just skip to then, and then I'll continue on from there. And now I'm got it up there, and now you want to sort of, if you press the comma when you press the full stop key, it will fast forward time. So when you're below 70 kilometers, it won't work. It'll only go up to 4 times. But when you're above 70 kilometers, it will go higher. The first one is 5 times, so it's automatically higher on the first one. So now you want to line yourself up with this mark here, maybe a bit above it, like I am. And then you want to full throttle by holding down shift, which is how you throttle up, by the way. It starts to default on half throttle now. Oh my gosh, so thanks guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please like, comment and subscribe. See you in the next one. I just have to skip here because I'm out of time. Wow.